My name is Madison Barra, and welcome to my podcast, where it's all about teaching you how to lose weight, keep it off, and actually enjoy the process. I've lost over 70 pounds, and these are the failures and lessons I've learned along the way. Hope you enjoy and subscribe. So today, I would like to talk about illegal weight loss. Okay, I guess maybe not like technically illegal, but like kind of illegal. That'll make sense. Bear with me. So the other day I was on a coaching call with a client and we were going through a regular coaching routine, adjusting what they need to do, making sure they're on track, changing things as they need. And then when we were all done that, at the end of the call, this client goes, "I have to tell you something, Maddie. I have to tell you something about one of the other clients." And I was like, ooh, her tone of voice changed. What the heck does this mean? I'm like, uh-oh, this doesn't sound good. And so I'm like, okay, go ahead. Tell me what you need to tell me. And so she begins to say she has noticed that one of our other clients is, or ex-clients or something like that, is selling like Arbonne or something like that, selling one of those quick weight loss fixes things. So she's kind of selling this thing as an affiliate. And she's just lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks on our program. And she's attributing her 20 pounds lost to this thing she's selling, to the Arbonne shake. I don't think it was Arbonne, but what you get my idea, something like that. And so she's like, she's lying about her results and saying they're from this when really they're from you. And that's what my client on this call was telling me. And my client was getting upset and defensive because she loves Tremera and she loves what we do and she loves the queens and she wants to protect our community, right? And in that moment, I was not mad. I was not even upset at all. And the reason for that is because I've had people stealing stuff all the time, selling our meal plans, selling our workouts, stealing my content. That's just the name of the game when you're good at what you do and you create a lot of things for people to view, right? They just kind of recycle it and they take it for their own. And so, number one, I was used to it. And number two, I remember this phrase when I was a little girl and I used to hear it all the time and my parents would tell me, and it's imitation is the biggest and the highest form of flattery. We've all heard that before, right? And you see, even though people are stealing parts of what we do, they can never steal or duplicate what we actually do. Never. Because you can't steal my journey. You can't steal my story. Because I'm the one that lost 80 pounds. I'm the one that spent tens of thousands of dollars on failed diets and coaches and gym memberships and everything that you can imagine to try and figure this out. I'm the one who cried alone on the bathroom floor looking at the heaviest number I've seen on the scale before. I'm the one who canceled beach days and family parties because I was uncomfortable having people see me for how big I was. I went through that and nobody can take that journey away from me. So I don't get defensive. I don't get angry when people, kind of steal things or rip things off. And it's just simply because nobody can steal what I've been through. Nobody can. And the funny thing is, if somebody is always copying you, they always have to wait for you to move. Right? They can't think of their next move until you've done your next move. So they're imprisoned by you and you're free to move whenever you want. And so I can take and make as many moves as I can, as many moves as I want because of my journey, everything I've learned, everything I continue to learn and do and grow and build for my community. It's all up in my mind and it's free to be made and created and built whenever I need, whenever I want. Whereas somebody who's, ripping me off or copying me, they don't have that freedom. And so I feel sorry for them. They don't have an original story, right? They don't have trials and tribulations of their own. They don't have the self-confidence to back up their story with real lessons learned. And so what I thought was so cool after I got off this call and I explained to the client I was talking to, I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. If this client is interrupting and negatively affecting the community, of course they're not welcome, but I haven't seen anything, so I'm not going to do anything. I just taken your word for it. And the client who told me is probably listening to this right now. So shout out to you. You're a real ride or die by letting me know. But when we got off the call, I just thought it was a great example of your weight loss journey in general. You know, we all try to skip the failures and we always try to skip to the results, but it is your journey that is your intellectual property. Nobody can steal what you are going through on your weight loss journey. Goods, bads, and uglies. Nobody can take that away from you. It is your own intellectual property. My journey, my stories, my lessons, my concepts, my theories, what I've discovered, my secrets, they're mine because I made them up, because I had to live through them to finally create them. And same with you on your weight loss journey. Every single thing you've gone through, whether you regret it, you're glad it happened, maybe you don't understand why it happened yet, everything has happened along your weight loss journey to build your story so you have more intellectual property that nobody can take away. Your story is trademarked. It is copyrighted. Nobody can take that away from you. And so when somebody tries, it doesn't affect you. Because guess what? I can just make more stuff because of how awesome my story was, how resilient I am, about how much experience and knowledge, wisdom I have along my journey. And so we don't learn by reading, we learn by doing. Reading is half the battle, but if you do nothing with what you read, it's 0% of the battle. So we learn by doing, not by reading. And so by doing, taking action, going on your weight loss journey, even if it's imperfect. And let me tell you, I could probably guess that it is because mine was anything but perfect. I don't even know a word to describe how imperfect it really was. Imperfect isn't even big enough. It was an uphill struggle. Let's call it that. Like I was pushing a boulder uphill, this huge steep hill, this huge steep boulder. And then every time I thought I would see the peak of the hill, the rock would come rolling back down on me. That's how my weight loss journey felt. And I can sit here today and say that I have helped thousands of women lose weight because I went through that pain. So I do not resent that pain. I do not regret that pain. I do not wish that it never happened. I'm so glad for it because of what it has allowed me to do, who it allowed me to become, and what I learned and can now share because of it. So go ahead, steal. I'm still me. And you're stealing from an endless well here. I can keep filling and keep giving and keep building and keep creating. And that's why I would really like you to view your weight loss journey. The failures are there so that you can actually learn lessons that help you keep the weight off. Really quick, you guys know that I do not run any ads or try to sell you anything on this podcast. The only thing that I would ever ask of you is that you help me spread the word so that I can help more women lose weight, keep it off, live a healthy life, and love themselves in the process. And the only way that we can make that happen is if you rate, review, and share this podcast. So the single thing that I would ask from you is if you could please leave a review. It'll take about 10 seconds. It would mean the world to me, but more importantly, it could change the world for somebody else. Back to the podcast. I had a client who was working with me. She's lost about 80 pounds so far. She's got about 30 more to go for a big goal. And her friend was getting married. And her friend lost a lot of weight very quickly in a very unhealthy way. And although this client I had lost over 80 pounds so far and was feeling super confident, when she saw her friend results, we always compare, right? And what did I say? I said, your journey is your journey. You've already lost 80 pounds. You have the confidence and the knowledge and the wisdom to know that you're on the right track, to know that you can keep going, to know that the next 30 pounds are easy and you got this, right? And guess what happened to her friend? The second she got married, she put it right back on, I think within less than a couple months. And so because her friend tried to skip the pitfalls, the obstacles, the challenges, the lessons learned, because she skipped that part, her weight loss wasn't real. Her story and her journey wasn't authentic. It wasn't her intellectual property. She tried to cheat it. You get what I'm saying? We can't cheat through this journey. We're building our story. And our story has to have downfalls. That's what makes it exciting. That's where we learn things. I remember when I was first learning to drive and I was pulling out of a Sobeys parking lot, my local grocery store. And I cranked the wheel way too far because I didn't know, I was afraid I was going to hit the car right behind me when I backed out. So I cranked the wheel, and instead of hitting the car behind me, I swiped the car beside me because I cranked too far. And I was devastated. And I had to sit in the parking lot for an hour till the cashier whose car it was done her shift. Then we could sort it out. Thankfully, it wasn't a big deal, but I can guarantee you, I never backed out that way again. I am meticulous with how I reverse now because of that traumatizing experience as a young adolescent, scraping a car in the first time reversing. So I learned by doing, not by reading. And I am a better, more competent, confident driver because of it. And I have ladies, who come to me and they have these big goals and big aspirations, but they're afraid. Every pound they lose, they're afraid of going back. But every pound you lose is a notch on your belt saying, oh no, I did it again. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I can do it again. Oh, I did it again. And then how many times can you say, I did it again, until you actually believe you did do it again, until it's like, I did it again, not I did it again. No, you did it again. Yes, you did. And so embrace your journey and think back to what you own. You own that journey. That's your intellectual property. No one else can copy that. How cool is that? That's your own product that you've built over your life. So what is it? What have you learned from it? What can't anybody take away from you? Nobody can take away what you've been through. The pain and the amazing lessons and the things that have shaped your mind and shaped your worldview and changed your perspective and made you more patient, made you more forgiving, made you more resilient, persistent, disciplined, determined, whatever those character traits it built in you, that ratio and formula that makes you, the formula that makes Maddie is unique and nobody else has it. How exciting is that? Your formula, nobody else has that ratio. Nobody of those different character traits. And it was all because of your journey. So please do not look back on your journey with sorrow or sadness or regret or pain. Look back on your weight loss journey with gratitude. Thank you for building this beautiful story that maybe is just beginning. Maybe it's halfway through. Maybe it's nearing its end. You can always write a new chapter because you went through it. Everybody else around you, those naysayers, those people who doubt you, those people who try to sabotage you, the people who put you down, the people who aren't helping, people who are judging you for just trying to be better, who are so insecure about where they're at and their lack of intellectual property of their story that they don't want you to keep building yours. Forget about them. They can keep trying to copy you or keep trying to slow you down so that you don't keep growing, so that they feel better for not growing. They can try, but you can't dry a well that keeps refilling. You can't. An endless well. You can't. And I'm an endless well. You can be an endless well. As long as you keep growing, you keep trying, you get back up, you dust your shoulders off. You get back up, you dust your shoulders off. Put it into the intellectual property bucket. Put it into the intellectual property bucket. You have now grown and proven again that you can withstand. You can withstand. It's amazing. And the more withstanding you have on your resume, the cooler you think of yourself. I think I'm so cool. I think I'm so cool because of what I've done and overcome. And I'm proud to share that with everybody. And anybody can draw from that, right? And I can inspire, and maybe it, makes people uncomfortable too, that they feel that they have to use it for their own. But that doesn't make me feel any less because I know what I've gone through. And you know what you've gone through. And weight loss ain't no walk in the park, especially with all the crazy information out there confusing us. I've done my fair share of stupid diets, like starving myself, just eating grapefruits, I tried a cereal diet, cabbage soup, fat burning pills. I even wrapped my stomach in saran wrap once. Like, I tried so many different things, and nobody can take that away from me. Because when I sit here and tell you I can help you lose weight like nobody else can, I mean it. You want to know why? Because I wrapped saran wrap around my stomach. Like, I've done this crazy shit. And in the moment, I was hopeless and in despair and uncomfortable and unhappy. But now I'm here. And so if you're in that phase, in that moment of, I don't see a light, or why is this so hard, or I don't understand why I can't get it together and get motivated, breathe. Breathe. You're short-sighted. You're in the moment. expand your view, look out to all the possibilities. This is just one chapter in your intellectual property, and this is needed to solidify your confidence for whatever reason, for whatever lesson. This is needed. We are solidifying our confidence. We are trademarking our journey so nobody can take it away. Nobody can chip away at us. And every pound we lose is a pound that is gone forever. And every pound we lose comes with a lesson learned. Every pound you lose, if you gain it back, we didn't learn a lesson. We didn't change our lifestyle. We didn't shift our mind or our perspective. Every pound we lose should stay off because the lesson it taught us to get there is a lesson that shaped who we are. So if you are not changing who you are with every pound that is gone, and I'm not saying huge change, but tangible, quantifiable, permanent change, you will forever struggle and always be waiting on somebody else to make the next move so that you can follow. Make your own moves, build your own path, think independently, and embrace the craziness that is a weight loss journey. Because it is crazy. There are crazy stories. I probably blocked half of them out of my memory and haven't shared them yet. But I love my journey. It's mine. So steal away, because I got more coming and I'm still building my journey. So you can take everything from my past because I'm still going forward and creating new stuff. And so I hope you guys can take that mindset with you moving forward in your life with people maybe who imitate you, copy you, or in your weight loss journey, where you realize that you're building your own intellectual journey right now, your own intellectual property. It is yours. It's just yours. So treat it like you care. Treat it, it's the only one we get. Treat it like it's special. If you found this podcast valuable, I hope you can leave a 5-star review. And if you want to learn more about how to lose weight fast and for good, visit Tremera.com. Thank you for listening, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss another episode.